podcast. Today, we will be previewing the game between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Tampa Bay Lightning twice in 1 week. Stick with us. As I said, Blackhawks fans, welcome into the newest edition of Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. I am Joe Vitale, that is Skoks. And tomorrow, that is Thursday, the 16th of November, the Chicago Blackhawks will be taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning at home at the Madhouse on Madison. Now, last game for the Blackhawks was a loss in Sunrise, Florida to the Florida Panthers, mom's trip, only a 1-goal difference.
Mhm.
And they outshot their opponent, the Panthers, in the third period as well, pretty handedly. So they're going to be looking to see if they can continue that momentum of shots on goal and also continue the momentum of a win as they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-3 at Amalie Arena just a week ago. So just a couple of I'll just go over what the Tampa Bay Lightning just did.
Yeah.
They got blanked by the St. Louis Blues 5-0. Although the box score was pretty close. So the Tampa Bay outshot St. Louis 30-29, tied in hits. St. Louis outblocked the Tampa Bay Lightning by double, 26-12.
Wow.
And then they won the face-off battle 55-45 as well. Goals coming from Parayko, Kyrou, Verana, Kapanen, Kyrou again. So 2 goals for the Blues' young man, Jordan Kyrou, who's him and Robert Thomas are not really doing that hot, but this is the St. Louis Blues. This has nothing to do with anything. We do not care.
Yeah.
So my buddy, he teaches youth hockey at the Fifth Third Arena, and he was telling me that the Blackhawks were setting the arena up for a practice because Coop wasn't going to let the Tampa Bay Lightning have a day off. He wasn't going to go quietly into that good night. They were flying into Chicago and busing straight to the arena and getting bagged. So
wow.
That's how a successful organization is run.
Yeah. Right.
And then so that's what the Tampa Bay Lightning are going through. They're on a bit of a losing streak. I think getting blanked 5-0 and getting kind of embarrassed like that, like how the Colorado Avalanche embarrassed the Chicago Blackhawks. I think they're going to be angry, and I think they're going to be fiery, and I think they'll probably score the most amount of goals ever by one team in a game tomorrow at the United Center. So if you're looking for goals, go to a game tomorrow. The Blackhawks are probably going to lose. And
it's got a weird feeling, right? Just on that little skid that they got going here, even from last week. I don't know if we're gonna take them down twice in a row, right? I mean, we scored early, we scored often, and it's hard to do that. I mean, we were on the board very early last Thursday.
Very early, yeah.
Yeah.
Connor Bedard starting it off, I think, right?
Yep, right. And I think that's the key to really beating that team, scoring early, right? And often. Got to score goals here, man. It's a high-powered offense.
Definitely. When you got the likes of Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point and feeding the puck to them is Victor Hedman or, a Sergachev. None of these guys are schlubs. So couple Blackhawks line changes. Taylor Hall, actually during the last Tampa Bay Lightning game, kind of got hauled down by Michael Asamont.
Yep.
And might have hurt one of his repaired knees. Fortunately, Luke Richardson says that he looks really good. That is Hall, but he's not going to go tomorrow. So
right.
In practice, they were practicing as if Hall would be in the lineup, and then that's what these lines are, which are Foligno, Bedard, Kurashev,
Mhm.
Hall, Reichel, Radish, Johnson, Tyler Johnson, Dickinson, Perry. And then the fourth line's rotating. Colin Blackwell is going to come back because forgot that he plays for the team.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then, that we're probably going to look at that last line to be something in the realm of Kachu, Entwistle,
Mhm.
and Reese Johnson, maybe.
Yeah. Right.
Uh,
That's what I'm thinking too. Yep.
yeah, and so you got young, mobile. Reese
Mhm.
Johnson will fight anyone, which is awesome. He'll probably get beat up, but that's okay. He's
Yeah.
still for the boys, and that's what matters.
Mhm.
Now, with Taylor Hall out,
Mhm.
the lines that I would oh, I'm sorry, Donato would be in there as well.
Yeah.
He was on that fourth line rotating. So,
Mhm.
in my opinion, I'm thinking that Donato is probably going to fill in for Taylor Hall on that left side.
Mhm.
Because you're not going to want to jump. You're not going to practice with these lines, Foligno, Bedard, Kurashev, what I just said,
Mhm.
and then oh well, Hall isn't in, so we're actually going to swap them all,
Right. Right.
put them in the blender. So you're probably going to have like Donato. Donato's been high up in that top six,
Yeah.
so I would probably hanker a guess of Donato, Reichel, Radish, maybe.
Right.
Or maybe you want to throw Tyler Johnson up there, and then Donato goes with Dickinson and Perry.
Right. Um, I was gonna. Oh, what's it called? It's interesting to see them have Reichel at center, like
Yeah, it
like
is really weird.
for like practice. But I wonder if Donato does get moved up, or let's say it's I mean really like TJ or Jason Dickinson here. Maybe they slot into that 2C and uh, Reichel stays at wing, which I think we both agree that he probably should,
It
right?
needs to happen. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to see him at center tomorrow. If he is, it's going to be a little conflicting, really. Yeah.
yeah. I don't particularly. I know the organization or whatever was saying like, KD was like, oh yeah, no, we see him as a center.
Hmm.
Dude, I think the experiment it's over, man. You tried
Yeah.
it didn't work. We can
Hmm.
move on. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I think you're going to really, really, it's doing a Reichel a disservice
Right.
to
Hmm.
put him at a position that he's not cut out for.
Hmm.
The NHL, obviously, we've said it a million times, is not a developmental league. So you're not going to develop him at center or
Exactly.
force him to be center when that's not the position that he is most comfortable in.
Hmm.
Um, you know, all respect to all the players in the Deutsche Elite League, but you can do whatever you want there.
Yeah.
I think I saw like Rob Klinkhammer was still playing hockey in the Dell. Like,
Wow.
it's like if you want to make Lucas Reichel a center in the Dell,
Hmm.
great. That's
Oh,
awesome. But
yeah.
this is the NHL, and I
Right.
don't believe he's an NHL center, which is completely okay. I think
Yeah.
he could blossom into a really good winger. And
Hmm.
honestly, he could even be a one LW with Bedard,
Right.
because obviously Hall isn't going to be around for forever.
Yeah. And I think he has looked better at wing, right? For the few games that he's uh made that switch. And I just don't understand why you would, you know, flip him back over. But we'll see tomorrow. Definitely going to be interesting to see that. Yeah.
Definitely, for
Hmm.
sure. And then when you go up against like teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning, because like
Hmm.
no disrespect to any of the lower tier teams, like maybe a San Jose or whatever, but like
Hmm.
if you want to put Reichel at center against a San Jose, that's
Hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you can give it a rip, fine. But once you're going against like elite teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning, you really want to put best foot forward
Mhm.
to try and be as competitive as possible. And I don't believe that is Lucas Reichel on the wing.
Mhm.
But there is also a little bit of change to PP1.
Yeah. Mhm.
So Reichel is now in the bumper role of PP1. So
Mhm.
the PP1's looking like Jones, Bedard, Reichel, Hall, Perry, which I believe is the correct PP1.
Right.
When you are on the power play,
Mhm.
you're trying to score. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
The point of the game is to score more goals than your opponent. And
Mhm.
when you're on PP1, you get the man advantage. You want the most skill on the ice at once,
Yeah.
which I think is, Reichel, one of our more skilled players, Bedard, our most skilled player,
Mhm.
Hall, one of our most skilled players,
Mhm.
Perry, probably one of our most skilled players. But if you want to ignore that, you can also say, shifty veteran presence who can park himself in front of the net and drive the goaltender bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to shake out.
Yeah.
I would maybe like to see Korchinski instead of Jones.
Right.
But Korchinski's still young. I think he's only got one goal in the year, so
Mhm.
we can get him up to speed. That's no problem. Practice on PP1 for Korchinski.
Yeah.
And then get him into a game,
Mhm.
or maybe get him on that PP2 and just make sure that he's really settled in and
Mhm.
working it and flipping it and reversing it.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think right now Hawks are in a really good spot.
Mhm. Oh, really quick on that PP1.
Yeah, of course.
Um, what's it called? Because Hall will be out tomorrow. So let's see here. Bedard, Reichel, Perry, Jones. I expect maybe Foligno as the first guy to plop back in because he was in that Reichel role before they bumped up Reichel here. So maybe they insert, let's say, Kershev for Hall's slot there on PP1. I think that would look a lot better,
I could
right?
see it. I could
Yeah,
see it.
yeah. Definitely more skill, more fun, right? More goals.
More fun, more goals.
Yeah, Bedard, Kershev, Reichel, Perry, Jones. Let's get it rolling.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Nick Foligno working with Bedard. So you already get that chemistry that's working out.
right, right.
And big guy, uh,
Hmm.
durable guy, sort of, not as of late, but he can
Hmm.
just take punishment,
Oh
which
yeah.
we assume the defenseman in front of the net will be doling out.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
I think we might see Matt Tompkins in goal, former Blackhawk legend,
Really.
um, or it's going to be Jonas Johansson.
Again,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so we'll see who's going to be, riding the hot hand. I'll just I'm
Hmm.
just gonna check really quick who played
Hmm.
against the Blue Jackets, or
Yeah.
no, the St. Louis Blues,
Hmm.
um, who got pumped.
Yeah. Against the Blues, yeah.
Let's see
Um.
here. Yeah, la la la. No, I didn't want that.
Hmm.
Sorry, I just you click on the score and it's like Game Center or recap, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just throwing the mouse up there, dog. Like I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah. Stat time.
Jonas Johansson was in the entire time,
Wow.
so he was 24 for 28.
Jeez.
So yeah, so we might get Tompkins, and I feel like
Hmm.
the Lightning are like a little petty in that they'll like, oh, like, hey, Tompkins used to be on like the Blackhawks, so let's
Hmm.
play him against the Blackhawks to see what they're missing out on.
Yeah, right.
Like, all right, dude, yeah, sick.
Yeah.
ECHL goalie, bro, love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good for Tompkins on getting these starts and doing solid.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm gonna guess we're gonna see Tompkins, to be honest.
Yeah. And, with that type of, let's say, caliber in net, I mean, hey, maybe we do pot home another 3 or 4, wouldn't be surprised, because I think we're really finding, like, our little groove here, not really like a streak, but I think we have a good groove going, really,
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
solid. And the thing is, reinforcements are on the way in the
right, right.
form of prospects. So
Oh, yeah.
really looking forward to that. Looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Mhm.
The spacing between games hasn't been. Uh,
No.
I haven't liked it. I haven't enjoyed it.
Mhm,
I think they get too much time off to,
mhm,
and they just don't get in a rhythm and whatever. So probably my three keys to the game for this, as we start to wrap up here,
mhm.
get on the Tampa Bay Lightning early.
Yep.
Um,
Mhm,
use your speed and your youthfulness that
mhm,
the Hawks possess, to just outmatch them. They're this we've seen this core since 2015. It's an
mhm.
old core. They're slowing down. They
Yeah.
don't have a lot of speed. Use it against them. And
Mhm.
then three, take advantage of a former ECHL goaltender in net,
Yeah.
or if it is Jonas Johansson, like an AHL goaltender who's bounced around,
Mhm,
journeyman. So those would be my three points: score early, score often, use your speed to blow past them, and try and pot as many shots as you can
mhm.
uh, against a goaltender that's not necessarily elite.
Right. Uh, Perfect keys, right? That's exactly what we did, um, last game, last week against, Tampa Bay, and I think that's how you beat them, man. That's perfect. Speaking of prospects, really quick, a little update on tonight's, slate, right, of prospects. Nick Lardis, just on fire, man.
Yeah, he's sicko mode right now.
Beautiful game-winning goal, uh, to win 4-3 here. Yeah, against the Sarnia Sting. Just in front of the net, little one-timer. Ooh, man,
I love it.
unbelievable. Nick Lardis for his let's see here, 14th goal. 14th goal.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I love a good 1T.
Great stuff. And it was on his forehand side. Like he's cutting across the slot, and he
Oh,
gets the pass from the right, but a forehand 1T, like your strong side,
yeah.
uh, little awkward, but man, he pots it home good. Great to see. Great to see.
Yeah, third rounder right there. So
Right.
Hawks might have found a nice some great talent in the bargain bin,
Oh yeah.
if you will, because those third rounders aren't really, you know, some of them are superstars, yes, but
Mhm. Yeah.
obviously you're getting the bulk of them in those top 10, top 20 picks
Mhm.
overall. But I think that's going to do it for this edition of the Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you actually tomorrow for a game recap and hopefully a Blackhawks win against those Tampa Bay Lightning. So go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks.